most people want to be responsible for your success, but don't want to be a part of it. Do y'all agree with that statement or not? Do y'all agree with that statement or not? Again, the statement is most people want to be responsible for your success, but don't want to be a part of it. Like, don't want to be a part of the journey. Let me know what y'all think about that. Paul disagree in the chat. Okay. Paul disagree in the chat. Me personally, I do see some truth to that. Mainly because, like, when I started out in music in 07, 08, at that time, it wasn't popular to be an independent artist. It wasn't popular. Like, if you wasn't a part of, and this is a real thing, anybody that was an artist around 07, 08, 09, 010 could attest to this. If you wasn't a part of the Diddy crew, as far as, because P. Diddy was well known, he was ringing bells, right, in the music space. If you wasn't with P. Diddy, if you wasn't with Jay-Z, if you wasn't with 50 Cent, if you wasn't with Rick Ross, if you wasn't with a major entity, people didn't take your music serious. People, like, would say shit like, you know, don't forget about me when you get famous, right? And don't buy an album, or don't, you know, include themselves in helping you be better and being bigger, right? When that statement shouldn't be, don't forget about me when you get famous. The statement should be like, when I leave, I'm gonna tell 3 people about your music, right? But people used to really, like, think that, like, yo, that's kind of not popping to be independent. So, and then once you get popping, then people start coming around like, oh, like, all right, so you got motion. I want to be a part of the motion. And that's a New York City energy. I can't speak for that worldwide, but in New York City, you can know a lot of people. You go on your social media, they not playing none of your music on social media, but they'll play somebody else's music that they don't even know. And a person that they don't even know don't even have better music than you. But they will show them love because they don't want to be looked at as a dick rider. And a New York mentality is like, supporting is dick riding. When it's just support, you could support somebody without having to lower your thought process to say that you're dick riding. And that's like a mental thing in the culture. It's like, yo, what happened to just genuinely wanting to support somebody because of their talent? They have talent, so support the talent. You don't have to be dick riding to do that. Pause. So that's like a mentality for real in New York. So, and then once you get motion, then it's like, all right, it's cool to root for this person. It's cool to buy some tickets to his show. It's cool to buy his CD. It's cool to get a t-shirt. So I remember that vividly. Like, even my very first show in Manhattan, it was packed too. Packed. I may have known maybe 10 people in the crowd. All these people I didn't even know. They knew my music and everything. I'm like, yo, all right, we rocking out, baby. Like, and they knew majority of the songs. And mind you, when I first came out, it wasn't all the way where I wanted to be musically, right? But people came out and supported. And I know a lot of people. I played college football before I started my music. I've always played sports, football, basketball. I box. So I know a lot of people. So to only know 10 people in the crowd is crazy to me, including my mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? So again, most people don't want to be a part of you growing. They want to be a part of the motion, you know? So that's why I agree with that statement. But shout out to Paul, she disagreed. I think people don't want to help you do the work, but want to be there for the good things when you get successful. Yeah, so we're saying the same thing. So we're saying the same thing. Yes. Yeah, so we're saying the same thing. Yes. Only when it involves getting monetary value from you. Yes. Shout out to Ryan, Pastor. Yeah, but it's a fact though. It's a fact. Like, and then what's weird, like, New York City is one of those places where if they don't believe they want to get paid. But if they believe, they just believe and they will be there. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while, and I'm just speaking for myself personally. It took me a while to build my crew. You know what I'm saying? My first project ever was like in '07. I didn't build my crew until like '09. And then once I built my crew, then it became, you know, it was on and popping. But people had to see me do all this work for, instead of like, you know, being a part of the day one and, you know, help the build and stuff like that. So I agree with that though. I agree with that. Just based on my experiences. Just based on my experience. So, you know, I agree with that. Now being an independent artist, that's like that's the thing to do. You'll be surprised that more independent artists that you never heard of is more financially in place than artists that you see on TV, always in the tabloids. They have more money than them. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. There's people that could attest to that. That artists you never heard of in small cities. And in these small cities, when you turn on the radio, that artist is getting played on the radio religiously. When you go to the club, that artist is getting paid to be at that club. Yes. So you'll be surprised regarding that. So it's just the image of it. Yo, you next to him? Oh yeah, you must be popping. When they getting raping you records, you know. So they raping the publishing, all the chicken, all the distribution bread, everything, the back end money, the 200%, all that. So again, I agree with that, me personally. All right, y'all, moving on to our next popular